Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
What's up, you guys? This is today's best music. We're Magic 89.9. Thank you for being here with us, rather. Welcome back. And good timing because we have a very exciting guest here today to talk to us. Please welcome here with us on this cool video call, Indonesian rapper, singer, and songwriter, Rich Brian. What's up, man?
Hello. Can
Thank
people
you so
see
much
my
for
video or
being
is it
with
just the
us.
sound? Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I love your background as if you're, outside in the world, although many of us are stuck inside.
Exactly.
I mean, we're obviously going to talk about your music today. We're very excited. We have one of your new singles playing on our radio station. But first, we do want to catch up with you a little bit. Tell us, how have you been, given everything that's going on in the world? Where are you currently staying? And how have you been coping with all the stuff that's been going on?
I'm doing really, really great. I'm actually in China right now. I've been in quarantine for the past few days, and how have I been dealing with things? I've been dealing with things in a very, stress-free, peaceful way, and I just generally just feel really happy right now.
Okay, I'm glad to hear it. Good for you, man. So like I said, we we do have one of your new singles, Love in My Pocket, playing on our radio station. We're super excited about it. So much fun. Can you tell us a little bit about the song? What's the story behind it? What was the process of writing it? What's it about?
The song is about it's about just like a lot of people think it's a love song, but it's well, I mean, technically it is a love song, but it's just not romantic. And
Okay.
I mean, it kind of is, actually. I'm contradicting myself. It's it's mostly about like just feeling just very, very, just very happy in life in general, and just like, kind of like just feeling a lot of love for the world. And the process of making that song was really cool. It was produced by Bacon and the Donuts, and they really helped me, with just kind of like how I sounded and everything on that song, and just kind of like I feel like it sounded very kind of like the Beatles, like a little bit, and it was definitely a cool process.
Okay, I mean, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear it. And obviously, I mean, at this point in your career, you've had quite a few songs and singles come out online, but I know you did start your career on SoundCloud. Tell us a little bit about that. Did you expect it when you started posting music on SoundCloud? Did you expect it to take off the way it did?
Absolutely not, actually. I was like, when I first started kind of putting songs out on SoundCloud, it was just kind of like me trying to make music because I just like doing it, and I wanted to kind of like, because before the SoundCloud days, I was on Twitter, and I saw that my friend was kind of doing that same thing, and I was like, he would basically post, put out a song on SoundCloud and then tweet it, and then his fans would kind of like listen to the song, and I was like, that's kind of a cool thing. I want to try that. And so I started doing that, and now I just make music, and I'm a musician. So
I mean, who knew it would happen? I mean, that's so cool that you were able to do that through the internet. Do you feel that because you do put out your music, or you started putting out your music in that way, which I guess is a little different from traditional artists, you have a sort of different or closer relationship with your fans or your listeners?
Absolutely, 100%. I think the way that just the internet is and everything, and like a lot of artists nowadays too, like I feel like everyone's kind of connection with their fans is just a lot closer, and I think that's really, really cool, because like I can't imagine like not being able to kind of like see out what everyone's saying to me like at all times, because it feels, I don't know. I feel just really lucky to be kind of like part of this generation of, of music. And I feel like the way I did it was like very, very different than the way like someone like, I don't know, like Bon Iver or something did it back then. And, like it's a whole different experience when you actually get to, talk to your fans a lot more.
Okay, well, that's so cool. And, since, of course, a lot of people are following in your footsteps and putting out music online, can you give any advice to some artists out there, some aspiring artists who are just starting out and wanting to do the same thing, post music online?
I think for people that want to post music online, I think I want to give an advice to just people who want to make music in general.
Okay.
Like, just, the first thing that you just got to think about is, whatever it is that you put out, there's always going to be someone that doesn't like it. So you better get used to it. And you basically should just trust your instincts and just kind of go with whatever that you like and not worry too much of outside opinions.
All right. Well, fantastic. Thank you. So I think it's pretty clear that not just for you, but for a lot of artists who are coming up in this day and age, the internet was a big of their career. And I understand even before you were into music, you were on Vine, you were on YouTube, you dreamed of becoming a filmmaker. Would you ever still pursue that in the future?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. It's definitely something that like I kind of get the chance to do whenever I'm making music video, because I like to be very like as involved as I can with the
Okay.
process. And I would basically, you know, I love just being on set and just like talking to the director about just like very, very like the technical stuff, just because that's what I kind of like, before when I was like 15, I wanted to go to LA to become a cinematographer. And then the music thing happened. And, now I'm at a point where it's like, I get to work with all the professional directors that I've always wanted to work with. And, I still get that experience, and I learn a lot of things just from being on set. So, yeah, in the future, I definitely would love to kind of like pursue more in the film side.
Okay, well, that's so cool that you get to pursue both of those through your music career. Again, we are here at Magic 89.9. We're a radio station in the Philippines, and you have so many Filipino fans. And I think one reason that a lot of people, really relate to you and your music and your sound and your story is because you are, of course, Indonesian born. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What was it like growing up, and then all of a sudden getting to go to LA and pursue your career? What was that like? Did you always envision yourself kind of moving there?
Yeah. Ever since I was like 13, I kind of just like had this really, really strong, I don't know, like this really strong desire to kind of like go out to America and just kind of see what it's like over there, just because I was homeschooled. And, that's when I started learning English, because I would just like be on the internet every single day and watch YouTube videos. And I felt like at the time I could really, it really resonated with me. And it made me kind of like watch a lot of Hollywood movies and just like kind of seeing what the social life is like over there, and just kind of wishing that like I had that. And, so for the longest time, I've always just kind of like had this vision in my head of like me being in America. And, yeah, it's definitely like growing up in Indonesia. It's a really, really interesting place. And I got to experience like a lot of like really, really kind of I have a lot of crazy, crazy stories to tell to my American friends, and whenever they hear about it, they're like, "What? That happened?" Like, it's definitely, it's a really, really cool. I think I'm lucky to kind of like have that perspective, and just kind of like, I feel like where I am now, it's like I'm finally kind of like I spent a lot of time in America, but I just have that, that kind of gratitude of just kind of like knowing what it was like in Indonesia compared to America. And I feel like if I was born in the US, it wouldn't, I wouldn't be this kind of motivated and driven.
Okay. Well, that's really great to hear. And you did mention that you were able to learn English by watching YouTube videos. I mean, tell us about that, because the concept to me sounds crazy. I couldn't imagine learning a whole language just on the internet. How did you do that?
I just basically like started talking to myself every day. And like I feel like that really helped with my pronunciation. And then I would basically just like watch YouTube videos every single day. And whenever, at one point, like whenever I would start thinking about something, my head voice would be in English. And I would just like, I remember that moment of being like, this is crazy. Like I want to keep learning this. And so whenever I was at home by myself, I would just kind of like talk to myself like I was like making a vlog or something. so I could like practice my pronunciation, and it definitely worked. And watching a lot of movies worked too, because just kind of like reading all the subtitles and like learning about the different expressions and stuff like that, and also listening to rap music, 100%.
All right, that's so cool. And since you did get to learn English and of course pursue your career, I know you've gotten to work with a lot of really cool artists. For example, of course, everybody from 88 Rising. What has that been like working with all those different artists from different backgrounds and styles?
I think it's been a really great experience for me. I think it's like I got to kind of work with so many different like stories, you know what I mean? Because I feel like music is all about just kind of like people expressing themselves and expressing their life and kind of telling everyone's like when people make music, it's just a bunch of like different people and artists kind of telling their own life stories. So when I'm in a studio with someone, it's just like a really cool kind of experience, and it's just it's all about the vibes, and yeah, it's been really cool.
All right, cool. I love what you said. It's all about the vibes. And that being said, do you have kind of a dream collaboration or someone you'd really want to work with in the future?
I would love to work with Drake.
Ooh, good one, good one.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would love Drake and Childish Gambino and Tyler the Creator and Kanye West and Jay-Z. It's a lot,
cool.
but
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you never know. You don't know what the future holds, I guess.
Exactly.
We'll see. So, well, thank you so much for being with us here today, for joining us all the way from where you are. We loved hearing about your music. Again, your song, Love in My Pocket, is playing on our radio station, Magic 89.9. And I know a lot of our listeners are getting a huge kick out of it. So before we head on out of here, can you just give a really quick message to all of your fans at our radio station and here in the Philippines?
Hey guys, thank you so much for supporting me, and I really can't wait to come back to the Philippines because I've only been there once and it was really cool.
All right. Well, we hope to see you here again someday, someday in the
Yeah.
future when we're all done with this. We would love to see you here one more time. So again, thank you so much for being with us here today, you guys. This is Indonesian rapper, singer, and songwriter Rich Brian. His song Love in My Pocket is playing on our radio station right now, so don't miss it. And we'll see you guys next time. This has been today's best music. We're Magic 89.9. Bye.